Hello, everyone, and welcome into a special quick little Valentine's Day pick your pile reading. The oracle decks here are like romance and love related ones. So, in pile A, here we have our Celtic deck for tarot, and this is the romance oracle. In pile B, we have our, I think it's like nature song tarot, and this is hidden truth oracle. And then in pile C, we have our Alice in Wonderland tarot, and then the love message oracle card. So go ahead and pick them, and then in the link below, you'll see, or in the description below, you'll see the links to the individual readings, and we will go ahead and get started on those. And all these stones are related to love and uniting your masculine and feminine energies. So, all right, let's go ahead and start with A. All right, so here is A. Let's see what love messages want to come through. We'll do some past, present, incoming energies, and then, pick one other card or two other cards for what do you need to know. So in the recent past, we have our Page of Swords in reverse. Current energy is Death, and incoming energy is Nine of Cups. So in the recent past, the energy has kind of been a little bit of this like cynicism and sense of like manipulation that's been going on. And with the Death card, that is like this idea of whatever the issue was is going away. It's dying. So that issue is finishing up, because the incoming energy then is this Nine of Cups energy. And this is that happy, content energy, like, hey, you've achieved it. You've gotten there. So let's take a look at this one. We have separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and then deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So it looks like if there was some sense of, with your Page of Swords in reverse, some feeling like you were being manipulated, it looks like, it looks like maybe that was the case. And so there's going to be some distance there while you're working on that. Because with the deception and the separation coming out with the manipulation, it seems like maybe something wasn't quite right within your relationship. So let's pull a couple more cards. It looks like there is contentment in the future energy. So let's get a little bit more clarification on that. So we pulled two cards there. So we have our Seven of Wands and then our Five of Wands in reverse. So a little more clarification there. There is this like sense of stamina and perseverance, and then there's also resolution. So it looks like, if you keep at it, there will be a resolution to it. So maybe a little bit of time apart to kind of get things back on track, or the resolution might be if you take some space, take some time, that you might see this isn't quite the right situation for you. So that's what was coming in here on this set for pile A. Now let's move on to pile B, which was this one. And we'll see what energy is coming through on this pile. All right. In the recent past, we have Two of Crystals in reverse, currently sitting in Nine of Feathers in reverse, with Six of Crystals in reverse as the incoming energy. So in this, with the Spirit Song Oracle, the crystals, that is your pentacles. So these are both the pentacles, and then feathers are swords. So in the recent past, we've had our Two of Pentacles in reverse. And so that's kind of this like feeling of being unorganized or scattered, like there's just too much going on. And then that's moved you into a place where you're seeking help, and you're kind of recovering from that feeling of like, oh my gosh, there is so much going on. So you're asking for help, but you're still kind of stuck in a rut a little bit, and you're resisting some of that positive change that's kind of trying to come through. So it looks like from a help perspective, it's good that you're reaching out for help, but then you also need to follow that through and you know, see what you can do to kind of bring resolution to it. So let's pull a couple cards here. This is the Hidden Truth Oracle cards. So I wish I could share my good news with you, and I left when I saw you with someone. So it could be that there was, some misunderstanding if your partner saw you with somebody else, whether that was just a friend or acquaintance, they may have misread a situation, and they feel like they're maybe a little bit distanced from you. And so that's kind of the message that's coming out there. And let's take a look at what other clarifying energy we have. We'll pull a couple more cards. So we have the Traveler in reverse, which this is the Fool in reverse, and then the Two of Acorns, which the Acorns is Wands, so the Two of Wands. And so this is about decision making and like traveling, kind of that sense of personal power. The Fool in reverse is a little bit of like the fear of the unknown. So it's like you're taking your personal power back, but you still have some hesitancy about what to do next. Like, what are the next steps? Because this incoming energy, like feeling stuck in a rut, and that kind of goes along with this like resistance or hesitancy to make any changes. So that is the energy that's coming through on the B deck, or the B pile. And then let's take a look at C pile. And so the C pile, this was the one that had this nice Amazonite with it. And Amazonite is a good one to use. It's about the balancing of masculine and feminine energy. So whether that's twin flame scenario, like balancing divine masculine and feminine, or balancing it within yourself. Ooh, these are still kind of in the edge here. Scoot those over. All right, so in the recent past, we have the King of Swords in reverse, currently sitting in the Hierophant energy, with the next level of energy being Page of Swords in reverse. So in the recent past, there's been kind of this like maybe cold energy, and sitting currently in this, the Hierophant is kind of that traditional structure, like guru, mentor, leader, that sense of higher calling. So currently sitting in that sort of energy, like maybe you're seeking out a mentor or a teacher or a guru. And then the next level of energy coming in is a little bit of this sense of like cynicism. So if things have been cold and you're looking into, what is the root cause of this and how can I do soul searching to figure this out, it's kind of leaving you in a little bit of like a blunt, cynical type of energy. So it might be that as you're diving deeper, you're realizing that there's issues within the relationship, or that things just don't fit the way you thought they would. But let's see what love message oracles we have. Redirect your thoughts and distance. So redirect your thoughts. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not what you fear will happen. And that's all about, like with manifesting, the whole idea of you can't manifest from a position of fear or lack, because you're just going to keep attracting in the same situations over and over. And then distance. The separation you are experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow. So sometimes taking that time is actually a really helpful thing, and it'll help give you perspective on, are you in the relationship because that's what's comfortable, that's what you're used to doing, or is it because that's really the right place for you? So that was, here with the other ones, I did this as well. Let's pull a couple more clarifying cards here on the overall energy. We have Seven of Wands, and we have the Tower. So Seven of Wands is about kind of that assertive perseverance, and like you're trying to just kind of plow through it. So even though you might be in a feeling of kind of like cynicism and, like not all that enthusiastic, you're still kind of plowing through, but the Tower is coming. And that's that big dramatic change. And some of this kind of coincides with Venus entering, with like the Venus shift that's coming up, because that's on the 16th, and that is all about, I think it's Venus and Scorpio, but it's all about like changes in relationships. So it looks like there's something different that's going to be happening. So it could be that a separation is on the horizons, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because it'll help you grow. So that was what was coming through here for your pick a pile. So I hope today's reading has been helpful, and I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time.